Welcome to the Grizzled Geek Reacts to RWBY. I'm Mike.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Kirsten.
I'm Doug.
And we're here back with another episode of Grizzled Geek Reacts to RWBY. It's Volume 8. It's episode
4.
4?
Yes.
4.
4. Oh my goodness.
With the title of Vault. Yep.
Fun stuff, guys. So, real quick before we jump into this, I'm going to answer some of the comments we had from our episode
Yeah, that was funny.
2? Yeah.
Was it 2?
Yeah, it's episode 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Guys, we got flamed hard in the comment section. Everyone's coming to the defense of our girls. When we kind of gave them crap about not reacting when they had Oscar. So
yeah, but I'll go out there and defend us. That I believe was an intentional story choice because the same thing happened the next episode. You haven't, unless you're a Patreon subscriber, you haven't seen us react to that yet. But we give the other team the same crap, and that's I think because the cores of the team have been separated from who they normally fight with, so they're not performing their best. And I think we're supposed to learn that they don't do well when they're not together.
Right. Yep. Or as well.
They run into a lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone was like coming on and saying like, yeah, I'd be surprised too if I saw a mutating Grimm that was, smart.
Well, of course we would, because we don't live in a world full of Grimm.
I'd run if I saw like a goblin, and that thing's tiny. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
That thing's real.
But they've seen crazy stuff that they've never actually officially seen until it happens, and they still reacted faster then.
Yeah.
Come on. Which is more scary, a Grimm that transforms in front of your eyes and acts smart, or Godzilla Grimm?
Yeah, that's true. Pretty scary.
I'm going to go Godzilla Grimm's a little more scary.
I'm kind of more scared of Nucklevy.
I think that
right of all of them, Nucklevy.
I think it was the fact that it spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could do it too. No.
Yeah, it literally spoke.
I granted it was unnerving, and but and Oscar had his aura gone. However, we've seen them, in far more tactical situations handle stuff, maybe a little hesitant because they were nervous about the Grimm. They're hesitant because they didn't want to hurt Oscar. I get that, but I'm just saying we've seen them do more spectacular things. So
yeah, I don't agree. The fact that it spoke and it displayed a level of intelligence that they had not seen before, like even though they know that Grimm gets smarter as they get older.
Right.
But it's like, if you went out to hunt wild beasts every week, and you found new wild beasts you've never seen before, and that's scary, and they do things you didn't think they could do, and that's scary. But then the wolf you're hunting actually starts talking to you, you might be a little freaked out.
Right.
So
I suppose.
It's one of those things where you're like, okay, Grimm don't talk. Oh, I guess this one does. That's kind of creepy. Okay.
Of course, if I had a giant air carrier whale Grimm in the air above me, at that point I don't know really what would surprise me about Grimm anymore. I'm like, it's an aircraft carrier whale with even with landing ports, like ships docking inside of it. I'm like,
Yeah, if it had showed up saying, here's Giganto, but still, it's just a giant Grimm. We're like, okay, that's creepy as fuck. But yeah, the talking Grimm, I think. But I agree too that the fact that the teams are mixed up and they're not used to working with each other and nobody knows exactly who's in charge, because Sean's used to leading his team, but he doesn't have his team. He's got Yang. And Yang's trying to be the leader, and so nobody else knows who's to look for leadership.
Right.
And neither one of them took action. So,
and we saw the same thing, like Doug said in the next episode. With RWBY and the gang kind of getting. But all right.
Right.
But anyway, those are 2 episodes in the past, guys. We just wanted to acknowledge. Yeah, we heard you guys' comments. We get it.
I think there's valid points on both sides. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would agree, yeah.
All right, so are we guys ready to jump into this week?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
All right. So here we're going to go on 3, 2, 1, play. This song didn't grow on me.
It did not?
No.
It is for me.
And ever since Doug said that all that the beginning is comparing their cooler costumes to the new ones, now I can't help but see that now. Before I thought those images were cool, now I'm like, oh. I don't like that. This is the part I hate about this.
That's the part I don't like.
What's that?
Penny flying up and facing off with him.
Yeah.
And this part.
Those apathy hands. The Grim
Sure.
Grunner.
They look like it.
Yeah.
You should have seen the look on Joanna's face. I don't think she'd ever lost a fight before that. At least, not fair and square. Tough crowd tonight. Guess Ironwood should have paid for better cell block entertainment. And he settles. Did I win?
Hey, it's your game. I don't make the rules.
I'm sorry for what happened. It wasn't your fault.
It was, though.
It was
was
yours.
not.
Your
Deal
fault.
with the darkness. And he paid the price. It was all happening so fast, but Clover wouldn't let up. Could have worked together against Tyrion if Clover just... But the thing that really stings, for the first time in a while, I thought, maybe I could be around somebody, anybody, without my semblance making it complicated. And now, it just feels like a childish dream. Gone, like everybody else.
Believe it or not, I know a little of what that's like. When people are worried you're gonna sniff out their secrets, they tend to push you away. It makes a real connection difficult.
I never thought of it that way.
You don't get to keep that.
I didn't kill him.
You keep saying that. But it was your weapon covered in his blood.
If you really want to know what happened, Mohawk, why not open the cell and take my hand?
If I open the cell, it won't be to shake hands.
Yeah, because you don't care about the truth. You just want someone to be mad at. Easier than taking an honest look at what side you're on.
Air? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Where'd they go to the bathroom?
Well, that was almost exciting.
It's going to lose us in these mountains! We can't keep up! I don't know how much longer these bikes can stand the cold!
I'm really wishing one of us could fly right now.
Wait! Hold on! Ren! going to get you up there.
Oh.
Okay, not as nice.
Can you reel yourself in?
Hold on, Red! I don't have much of a choice!
What the?
Did it just
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think they can do it like one, right?
Wow, nice.
Oops.
Oh man.
Dang.
Oh, you've picked a fine time to...
Not another word. We're coming in.
Things are already bad enough after what you did to Father. Now you want us to harbor fugitives too? Our family has a reputation.
That's what you're worried about? Your reputation?
I'm just saying that we've already lost all the house staff. And Mother locked herself in her room.
Maybe you haven't figured out what's going on, Whitley, but we're busy trying to save Atlas.
Look, our friend is hurt. We just need a place to lay low while she rests, and then we'll be out of your way.
Fine. What do you expect me to do then?
Go to your room. This way.
Ruby,
I hope everyone's doing all right.
if you're worried about Yang, you could always try calling her.
But that's the thing. I did.
I repeat, if anybody can hear me. We need transport back to Mantle.
We need to get out of this weather before the cold drops our ores completely. How much farther to the outpost? Ren, how much?
I don't know.
I thought you said you saw it when you were up in the air.
I did. Before I had to cut myself loose to help you guys.
Yeah, you've brought that up a couple times now. Something you need to say?
Not really. Wouldn't want to waste any more time.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Hey, what is your deal?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm sorry things aren't going smoothly enough for you.
Guys, they're not going smoothly at all.
I hate to break it to you, but that's part of being a huntsman.
Are you kidding? We don't know the first thing about being huntsmen. We clearly weren't ready. Guys, stop it.
Were we not ready when we saved Haven? When we took down a Leviathan? We got the lamp to Atlas.
And then we lost it. And after that, when we had to make real decisions, we got every single one wrong.
I'm not going to pretend like we did everything perfectly. But if we'd done nothing, things would be even worse than they are now.
How could they possibly be worse? We are stuck out here while Salem has the lamp and Oscar. We've got no plan, no army.
We've got the Maiden.
And by keeping her from opening the vault for Ironwood, we're just trapping the whole city for Salem. People are going to die because of us.
So what? We should just give Ironwood what he wants? Abandon Mantle? You think Atlas is still going to be able to float to safety now that she's here?
I don't know, but these aren't the kinds of decisions we should be making because we have no idea what we're doing.
Okay, both of you, cut it out.
I'm just saying what nobody else wants to. We're in way over our heads. Ruby is barely more than a kid. I'm just an orphan from the middle of nowhere.
Ren,
You cheated your way into Beacon!
Wow.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
You don't think we should be huntsmen? Fine. But I'm getting out of the cult. I've still got a job to do.
Seriously, is your goal just to push everyone away?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Oscar,
He's good at it.
don't panic. We're going to be okay.
What?
My long-lost Ozma. Found at last.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Most of yours. It's a wonder my hound didn't break you. It's been how many years since we saw each other like this, face to face? And nothing to say?
I'm sorry the reunion isn't living up to your expectations.
You can pretend, boy. But you're not fully him. Not yet, at least. Well, perhaps you and I can have a better working relationship. Oscar, was it? The beacon relic. My forces have been unable to locate the relic beneath the school. If I know my Ozma, he has used some means of deception to hide its location differently than the others. I need to know where it is.
That's not something I know about.
Of course. You would keep that one guarded as long as possible. How about something easier then? The password for the lamp.
The lamp is all out of questions.
Lies come out of you so easily. Like-minded souls, indeed. One of you is going to tell me what you know. I don't much care if it is you or Ozma. Either way, I'll finally have the relic.
I won't tell you anything.
Hazel? Wait.
That was for Haven Academy. Everything that follows will be for my sister.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Your Grace, What is that?
An experiment. So far, I am pleased with the results. Did you need something, Cinder?
Yes, I want to search for the Winter Maiden. I think...
Do you hear that, my pet? She thinks. She wants. As if she's done something that warrants me caring about either of those things.
We're just sitting and waiting. Without the Maiden power, the Vault means nothing. Let me claim it for you.
I will tell you when and where you are needed.
But your grace...
I'd like to think I have shown a great deal of patience over my many years walking Remnant, but I do hate repeating myself. You will remain here. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, of course. Without you, I am nothing. I know what she said. I just want to check on something. We'll be back before anyone realizes. I want to see if anything is still going on at Amity Coliseum. Salem doesn't know those children
so
like
cool.
I do. They wouldn't just abandon their misguided attempt to save the world.
If she doesn't want to, I'll come. I've been working on my semblance. I can help. I won't tell anybody.
How much did you overhear?
Only you.
You're right, Ren. I did cheat my way into Beacon. And I'm glad I had people around me to help me see that I was bigger than that mistake. You've got people around you too. You don't have to force yourself to be strong. The more you hide from what you're feeling, the more alone you're going to feel. Trust me.
If anyone cares, I found a part to fix the bike. So, yay! Good news. For what it's worth, I'm sorry he said that to you. I know you've had to work hard to get here, Jean.
We're all under a lot of stress right now. I used to push people away too.
Do you think she thinks less of me? For not helping out with Amity?
Ruby is your sister. She's always going to love you, even if you disagree with each other.
Yeah. Ruby.
I need to get some sleep, but I can't stop thinking about Oscar.
Go on. I'll make sure Ren doesn't brood himself to death out in the cold.
Thanks. I just have a bad feeling. Things always seem to get worse before they get better.
Uh-oh.
Ugh. Wow.
Oh. Ah.
Ah. Man.
I love seeing the concept art afterwards to see like what inspired each of these scenes.
That's what this and The Mandalorian both do really well. Is the end credits get to see all the concept art for it. Oh my goodness, guys. Well,
What an episode.
yeah. It's like gut punch without the,
Without the gut.
Without the I mean, without anything really tragic other than Oscar getting tortured, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't anything like big.
Which
tragic.
was horrible.
That was pretty bad. Because his semblance was already gone when he got there, right? Unless he had a little bit of time to regenerate on the trip.
Well, yeah, it's unclear what regenerates because he was asleep for a while, so maybe that regenerated, but we don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't. No matter what, he didn't regenerate enough to withstand too much of a
Yeah,
pounding from
one way
Hazel.
or another, those screams were like
Yeah.
I mean, unnerving even knowing that someone was acting that out. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and even as much as we know about semblances, we don't know how they react to real magic,
Sure.
which is what Salem wields. So if they're even a protection against her in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a 14-year-old farmhand.
Yeah.
Well,
who's been
not
training
anymore.
for about a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Oh my god.
Anybody else?
I think he was training for like 2 months before the fall of Haven. Haven. Beacon's the first one. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe 3 months.
Yeah,
Maybe.
not very long. Anybody else think that Hazel looked way less intimidating?
Yeah.
than
Yes.
Hazel? I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Right.
He lost weight, got a little trimmed down a little bit,
Yeah.
Decided to focus on himself for a little bit,
Somehow, and I didn't know it was possible, but getting a haircut made him more effeminate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like,
No, he just was like, wow, you are almost not the same character.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the crack at the end, there's going to be apathy that come from it.
Yeah.
With them feeling all odd about the situation and whatnot.
Oh, maybe.
With Ren being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
well, he's definitely attracting Grimm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, the apathy in the intro is underwater, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
This, yeah.
I have the sinking feeling that we're not going to see the character turns from Neo and Emerald that we all kind of secretly want.
Right.
They don't, because I would think that Neo would be on her way out by now if she was really going to leave. Like she's, I get the impression she's smart enough to be like, okay, I'm out, but she's not out.
Well, because their focus hasn't been on her, right? So, like, Salem hasn't really said anything to her. She doesn't bow, right? She doesn't scrape like everybody else.
Right.
But the minute that's requested of her, then we'll see what she does.
Right. That's true.
Because no one's...
I don't think so.
As of right now, she's just walking around, no one said anything to her, right? So... I mean, not even Tyrion gave her crap, right? He gave, Emerald crap and Cinder crap, but he didn't say anything to her, right? So it wasn't like, so far...
Well, it's not like she probably just didn't care about her. It's not like
I'm not
she's
saying,
got a big enough episode.
And not, in no means am I saying anyone's intimidated by her because they don't know her, but I'm saying there hasn't been a reason for her to really... She's looking around going like, okay, is this what you guys are into? All right.
I almost wonder if they're going to use her as like the replacement for Cinder. I fully expect Cinder to fail again, and for something to happen to her, and Salem or someone's going to look to Neo to replace her because she's so good apparently.
Right.
So I wonder
we'll see
if
what
that will
happens then.
be. Yeah, exactly.
Once
if
someone
that will
does pay
be
attention
it.
to her or start ordering her around, or
For sure.
We'll see what happens at that point. But I mean, I don't know, guys. I know you guys. It doesn't bother you as much as it does me, but the Crow's voice this episode really stuck out to me.
You know what bothers me as much as Crow's voice is hearing you complain about it every episode.
I'm just telling you, it's just I can't help it. It's just
get over it.
It's just not Crow.
Well, it's. I think you have to get to a point where you got to realize that it's just not going to be the Crow that we remembered him to be. This is a new version of Crow.
That, but it's just this. It almost sounded like a different, even yet another voice. I know it's not. But it sounded like even another voice actor this episode. You're like, I mean, he hadn't said much this season.
Yeah.
Right? But, and then he said it's the most he said this season. But even then,
it did stand out to me this episode. But it just doesn't bug me.
Yeah, same.
At this point, I can't let it bug me. At this point, it's
sober
done.
Crow.
Yeah, I guess it's just just weird. It's just weird because this episode especially it stood out to me. I was like, oh, but all right.
So
what bugs me is that nobody has punched Robin Hill in the mouth yet.
Hare was about to, or so.
I really felt like this was the first time in a while that they made a push for you to understand how Ren is feeling, and I feel like I actually kind of agree with them. Like, I can understand the sentiment that's like, none of these children know what they're doing. They probably shouldn't be doing any of the stuff that they're doing. And I understand like the regret that might come with that, or like feeling guilty with, for inevitably killing people due to their lack of experience. But I wish that he would have a bit of what Yang has, and that she understands that, yeah, they're not the best, but it seems that they're the only ones doing the part that they're doing.
Right? Well,
yeah.
Look,
better
what
than
have
nothing,
the adults
right?
done, right? The adults
Exactly.
lost Beacon, the adults lost Haven, and the adults here are killing senators. For you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's the core of it. Is I think Ren is actually scared because he doesn't feel like they're ready, and he's slowly starting to realize that the adults have no effing idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
he's still kind of a supporter.
Yeah, well, that's it. He wants to believe. Yeah, he wants to believe in the adults.
Yeah.
And he's slowly starting to realize that that's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
And he's upset. He's like, well, now what do we do? Because we don't know what to do, and obviously everybody who's older than us doesn't either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he doesn't know what they've done. The craziness that he's done. Recently, because he's still like, man, he's a little bit right. We should listen to him.
That's true.
But if he knew, he'd be like, okay, oh no, yeah, it sucks. Your kids, you shouldn't be you have to do this stuff. But guess what? You're the only ones who can.
I don't think it's a whining about the fact that they have to. I think it's just like there has to be someone better for this, and like the guilt that comes with it. There are people dying because everyone is relying on children that probably shouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. But what other option do they have?
And I think that's the point, though. Is I think he's always believed that once he's graduated from Huntsman Academy and been out there and been a huntsman, that he'll know what to do in every situation.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that he doesn't, and he's starting to realize that nobody does, it's shattering his worldview.
Yeah.
Right. He figured, I do this, I do that, I do this. It's a plan.
Yeah.
Complete A, B, and C, and D, which is my goal, will be mine. Right. And he's realizing, well, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys,
it all started going wrong when they stopped listening to Osmond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we talk for just a moment how amazing that motorcycle scene was, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That was so cool.
And that's what I think it was. I was trying to say during the action, I didn't want to interrupt, was I don't think the winches in Ren's gun can pull him up by themselves. He needs both of them. And we've never seen him pull himself up with them. It's always been down at his enemy. Right? He's gone up and
he's
when
pulled
she
enemies
fell
towards
down.
him though with him. But you're right, they were both.
It's always been both guns.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, for not really progressing the story a lot in this episode, it did give us quite a bit.
Yeah, I felt like it's starting to move again.
Yeah.
See, that's
it's slowly moving, but it's
I had totally the opposite impression of this episode. I was like,
really?
this was a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
Except for Ren's Ren's point of perspective. I was like, this was a whole lot of nothing episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more development of Cinder. In Salem.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We have the exact same impression of their relationship, and Cinder's going to be just as power hungry and greedy to go and get the power and disobey as she has been all along.
Yeah, there was no
everything
character growth.
was the
There's
same.
been absolutely zero character growth for Cinder, and the fact that she went straight from being talked down to and basically threatened by Salem right there in the hallway to going out and I'm going to go sneak out right afterwards. I'm like, okay, well, good luck. Whatever's going to happen to you.
Yeah,
you
right.
Well, and that is true because this is also not the same Cinder that we saw in Volume 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where she was actually really smart and cunning to now she's just petty and stupid.
Desperate to prove herself, right? Where
I don't even think she's desperate to prove herself.
She wants power.
She wants power.
She's just
Power,
letting her
however she
desires
can
get in
get
her own way. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's no longer playing able to play a long game, which she did in 3 volumes worth of long game.
Yeah. She was able to manipulate Torchwick, right? Who's the master manipulator. So it's kind of like you get from that character to the brooding,
she went from like the 20-something intelligent woman to the 14-year-old. I just want what I want. Screw you.
Right.
Yeah. And then the scene with Ruby and Weiss and them, they brought us back to Weiss's manor, but that scene did nothing. Right?
There was a little chuckle.
It was that was it.
Okay.
It established where they're at the moment.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's basically established where they're at.
If the rest of the episode had done something more, that wouldn't have been that bad.
Right. But the only thing we got out of it was the cool chase scene.
Yeah.
And then, Ren all broody, going emo on us, and being mean to Jean. I'm like, poor Jean.
Yeah, poor Jean.
That hurt. But anyway, well, guys, any last thoughts?
Yeah, I hope Jean doesn't die protecting Ren this volume.
I really hope not.
I agree. I think I might cry if that were to happen.
Oh my goodness!
It makes me teary-eyed to think about. I don't think I could survive that.
It's like I don't want to. Yeah, especially with me filming watching this, I don't want to be crying on camera. I don't want that to happen.
We've done that enough already.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah.
Any bets on who's biting at this episode or this volume?
This season, this volume, yeah.
Given what's going on outside of the show, I would say maybe Jean has a shot at it.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about it.
That's why, it worries me a little bit. I hope not. I
hope
that's not.
Jean is Joan of the Arc, who has to be a sacrifice at some point, right?
He's a martyr.
Yeah, but it'll be closer toward the end, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't think he's going to die this volume. Like Crow is.
I have a feeling it's going to be Crow.
I hope if Crow dies, I hope he takes Robin Hill with him.
Yeah, they can just cut those
that would make it worth it.
Yeah,
because he served his purpose. He's guided the kids, and then they've supplanted him as Ruby supplanted him. So his role as part of the story is pretty much done.
I just hate
now
her
he's
more
just
and more.
on this.
Every time I see her, now she's annoying on top of being responsible for.
Yeah,
all that.
well, and that's it. And he's on this vengeance kick, and it's her fault.
Yeah.
It's literally her fault. I don't care what anybody else says. She's the one who started that fight on the plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
For no reason except for she saw a wanted poster.
Yeah.
She wasn't even on. I don't think.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Now I'm anxious about what hasn't happened yet. I'm like, it's not happened yet. Okay.
Man.
Calm down. All right. Well, guys, let us know what you thought about it. Leave those comments down below. We love hearing from you, even if you're giving us crap about,
our opinions. Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love it. And be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. We're trying to get the word back out there. We're back with RWBY, guys. RWBY Tuesdays. Come check us out. Check out our other shows. We have a live podcast we do every Friday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And you can catch that on YouTube afterwards anytime or wherever you get your podcasts that following Monday. If you want to support the channel and the things that we do here, Doug, how can they help us out?
Yeah, it'll be three links in the description down below. One to our Teespring store where you can get some cool Grizzled Geek merch, like what Shane's wearing. Two, we've got our Patreon where you can get early access to our RWBY reactions. Hopefully a couple of other things. We're maybe working on some Mandalorian reactions coming, at least for the rest of the season that's out. And then three, the easiest way you can support us, click that Amazon affiliate link, do your Amazon shopping through that after you click the link. Within 24 hours, we'll get a kickback. Doesn't cost you anything extra.
All right, guys, there you have it. We'll be back next Tuesday with another episode of RWBY. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.